You're watching The Payback Blueprint. Today we look at a woman who thought a black veil was a disguise for a thief. She waited for the graveyard to be silent before she started her fire sale. She didn't realize that in this family, the house is just wood and stone. The real power is in the dirt beneath it. My father's wife, Vanessa, was 30 years his junior and 100 times more ruthless. As I stood at my father's graveside, I received a notification on my phone. My smart lock had been deactivated. Vanessa hadn't even waited for the service to end before she moved my belongings into the driveway and changed the codes. She told me the new will left her the house and everything in it. She called me a trespasser in my own home. Vanessa was smart, but she wasn't a researcher. I spent the next week in the county archives. I found a deed from 1922. It turns out my great-grandfather had separated the surface rights from the structural rights. Vanessa technically owned the building, but the land it sat on belonged to a private family trust, a trust that I inherited the day my father passed. I didn't sue her for the house. Instead, I sent her a bill. Hey, bill for backdated ground rent at $10,000 a month. When she laughed and threw the notice away, I went to the developers she was trying to sell the house to. I informed them that any sale would be subject to a 99-year ground lease owned by me. The developers backed out instantly, suing Vanessa for title fraud. Vanessa was stuck with a $5 million house she couldn't sell, couldn't rent, and couldn't afford the taxes on. Because she had no legal right to the land, I was able to block her utilities and access. She was eventually forced to sell the structure to the trust for pennies on the dollar, just to avoid bankruptcy. I moved back in and Vanessa moved into a studio apartment. Justice isn't always fast, but on the Payback Blueprint it's always final. Don't forget to subscribe for your next lesson in Payback.